keep your heads down, keep your mouth shut, and let me get us out of this like I got us out of every other motherfucking thing else.
Way to move on.
Gangsta Greasy, Greasy.
As we proceed to give you what you need. 2010 motherfuckers. Bring that money in, motherfuckers. Everything comes to an end.
Let's do it tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Yeah, well, getting your head blown off is different.
So then you gonna marry me when you get back?
You ain't got somebody else.
I don't want nobody else.
To the Bronx.
Now you gonna play this Marine War hero. What you got when you get back here, huh?
What's going on, man?
Girl, come here. That's Daddy. Say hi.
I'm gonna get myself a good job.
Don't you know if I had anything to offer you, I'd have given it to you the moment you walk through that door?
We don't need his money.
And you can't even put food on your table. Me and Kirby got something in the works. Old bills, man. Sometimes a couple million.
All that money.
What's going on? What's going on? We back in the Low Key Cave, Keyshawn Nimes YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key. We back on YouTube. What's going on YouTube? And we back. Me and the deal. We ain't really did a movie review in a little minute. It's been a little hot minute, but we back with another retro review. And this time we are doing Dead Presidents. This came out 1995. Yeah, 1995.
Yeah.
That was a little minute ago. And this was directed by the Hughes brothers. This is right after they did Menace to Society, if I'm not mistaken. This is right after Menace to Society. So this, I ain't gonna say it had a lot of pressure on them to make something that could be as good as Menace to Society, being that it was a lot of movies based around LA at that time. You had Boys in the Hood. You had them coming out with Menace to Society, but being that what they had done with Menace to Society, especially bringing in somebody like LARENZTATE in the role he had played, especially being Old Dog, and then having him coming in as a starting role as far as Dead Presidents. Well, he started in Menace to Society too, but having him coming in playing this different role than being Old Dog, I was definitely looking forward to this. I remember my mom and them going to see this. I couldn't go see this. It's another one of the movies they didn't take me to go see. I was mad about. That's one of the things I know.
What is the rating? Was this before they had ratings, or like is there a rating?
It was definitely rated. It was rated R.
Boy, because
I think they was going on like a date, and it was like, you can't go anyway, but still, this was like all that other shit with my older cousins, everybody going to the movies to go to see the R-rated movies that I want to see. No, shit was whack. But pertaining to this one, it was like, it wasn't just the fact that I wanted to see this because of the movie, it was the cast. I was like, man, they got Chris Tucker in here. Friday, you were seeing Friday. Hold on, was this before Friday?
No, I think Friday was before this.
Okay, I had to be, because I know Chris Tucker had to have some type of name when he made this. But yeah.
They came out the same year.
I thought so, because I was thinking, wait a minute, Friday came out in 95 too. And this was, okay. So yeah, that's how you know Chris Tucker was on the road. Everybody like, oh, I got to get me some Chris Tucker. But yeah, you had Chris Tucker and this LARENZTATE. Speaking of cast, Keith David was already in like a bunch of movies I had watched before this because he was one of them veteran actors. You had a young Terrence Howard. You had Bokeem Woodbine, that everybody called it Evil Dave Chappelle. We got him in here, but a phenomenal actor. Of course, the legendary Clifton Powell that's been in everything. You talking about Menace to Society, he was in that too, had a hot top fade and everything. But Freddie Rodriguez, he was in a lot of he did somewhat Quentin Tarantino movies. I think he kind of got a name in those movies or whatnot. But yeah, he was in here too. Speaking of females, though, I can't forget about the females. Bush Wright, she was in one of my favorite movies, Blade. She was the main female lead with Blade in that one, and she's been in some other things too. She's a good actress too. I didn't really see the actress that played Anthony's wife or the mother of his child in here. I ain't really seen her in a lot of things though. The actress name is Rose Jackson, my bad, Rose Jackson. But yeah, this definitely was a phenomenal cast. With all that being said, What was the first time you ever seen this movie? Or do you remember? I can't.
Yesterday. Yesterday.
This was the first time watching this movie?
Yesterday.
Are you wait? Oh, this is even better then. This is even better review then. Wait a minute. Are you serious, man?
That's why I'm like you. First of all, it's one of those hood movies that I heard of but never seen. Like
you
Jason
watch this,
Sears.
you feel like it's a hood movie watching this?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no. I feel like it's more social commentary than hood. But it's still black cast, so when it's a black cast, usually it's a hood movie. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't get what you're saying.
When I say like hood, like okay, if you go to somebody's house and you going through their VHS stuff, like this is a classic hood movie. You in the hood, you
I feel like this is a classic black film, not hood movie. This ain't
I like
classic hood movie to me is like a Friday. You know, like I would say like that, like
I get
Three
what you're
Strikes.
saying. We in the same field, but we not talking about the same thing.
Yeah, because I wouldn't even put Minister Society like in the hood movie. Honestly, I feel like because of
that is a hood movie.
It is.
The internet will fight you on that.
It's just the way that went.
It still has social commentary though.
And I feel like it was just such a serious movie at that time because a lot of people, like I said, didn't know what was going on in LA at that time. They was only thinking about Disney World and stuff. But then they showed that real, the inner city. And then everybody like, oh. But yeah, this was one of the ones I definitely was looking forward to. But just hearing that you watched this for the first time, I'm like, wow. But plot-wise, group of friends about to graduate high school and thinking of plans of the future as far as like college and everything else as far as what they're going to do next after they graduate high school. One of those main people being Anthony, played by LARENZTATE, is not wanting to really go to high school. He's pretty much feeling like he's done with high school. Not high school, but just tired of school, period. So he wants to do something different, and he enlisted in the Army. Pretty much going from there, we pretty much see what's going on between those times as far as black people, especially ones that were enlisted in the Army in the late 60s going into the 70s. And you see a lot of things going on that pertaining to trying to find a job. We ain't even got to talk racism. You already know that was going on around that time. But you are talking about going to war to fight for a country that does not like the way you look, especially it's pertaining to your skin color, and going through all of that and coming back and still being rejected after you just went through what you went through. So that's one of the main things I really enjoyed about this.
I feel like the plot that they give you, like when I read the plot, I was like, okay, we about to see a bank heist. And I'm like, why? First of all, I was like, these are supposed to be high schoolers. I was like, what year is this? I was so confused because I did not know what year it was until the year popped up at the bottom. And I was like, oh, okay, not confused anymore. Then I was like, still, you're trying to tell me these are high schoolers? Shut up. Like, no, stop.
Like I said, it's just like with the whole slasher movies, you know, around that time and back then in the 90s or whatnot. They just grabbed a group of people that was probably in their like mid-20s going into the 30s and cast them as high schoolers. That's just what it was. Even with what was it? That Spider-Man that came out in 2002. You knew Tobey Maguire was in his mid-30s, not mid-30s. My man was in his late 20s. Kristen Dunst, high school, nigga. We watched Bring It On. But I understand what you're saying as far as them, Chris Tucker, LARENZTATE. LARENZTATE, we gotta get LARENZTATE like, cause he still looks young like today. But I mean, everybody else,
I had to side out it, and then okay, so
you don't feel like he's.
No, he could have passed, but like
Chris Tucker thing, you got back though.
No, the Chris Tucker thing as a high schooler, I was just like, hell no, this is not for me. Yeah. But okay, we're gonna go with this. But okay.
but yeah. Besides them not looking like they in high school, how did you feel as far as the story pertaining to? Well, before we get into them about to go to the war or whatnot, the decision making as far as, Chris Tucker pretty much saying Skip, Chris Tucker's character Skip, saying he was gonna pretty much go to school, right?
Yeah.
And as far as Anthony was pretty much somebody who was running numbers, because in them days, they was doing that gambling and whatnot. I forgot, running like lottery numbers. Was it something like that? But he was running numbers for Keith David's character. What's my man name? Kirby. He was running numbers for Kirby, played by Keith David, the legendary Keith David. And pretty much around that time, like I said, you have LARENZTATE's character, you have Chris Tucker, Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character. I'm sorry I can't remember their names, but it's Anthony, Skip, and Jose. They are pretty much the friends that's rounding up, pretty much trying to figure out the decisions they're trying to make as far as school. And like I said, Anthony's pretty much making the decision to go to war. And that's pretty much where he decides to go to. And there was what we go to from our story as far as after the school dance or whatnot. Before, like I said, I get to the war, though, we have to talk about Anthony as far as the situation he gets himself into as far as his girlfriend.
That's a mess. That is a hot mess. First of all, the sister wrong for everything.
Why she wrong?
No. Oh, okay, I'm a younger sister, and like seeing your young, like never have I ever looked at any dude that my sister brought through the door and was like, I want. That is so. I'm sorry, I don't understand people that do that. I don't sleep with my friends, exes. I don't sleep with anybody that's touched my sisters, my cousins that I'm close with. And I had to say that because I'm kin to a lot of people. But that was just weird. That whole him and the sister dynamic was weird. And then I feel like,
and we're talking about
I feel like she was just like, this is what she thought she wanted in her life, and like she never tried to achieve anything else but besides be this man's wife.
This is a sister we talking about right here.
Yeah, the older sister. Oh yeah, man,
she was the younger sister. She was younger than her.
Sister. Yeah,
and I'm glad you bring that up. The younger sister. This is the whole thing with the age, and I'm like, wait. So if she the younger sister, is she in middle school or is she in high school with them? Because ain't no way.
I think she was in high school with them. That was just, because like I said, I had an older sister, so I mean we were in high school together, and so was my older cousins. Like we were different years. But
it's the same thing you saying as far as their age look. I definitely didn't believe she was the younger sister. I'm sorry. But pertaining to Anthony and his girlfriend, they pretty much have, you know what I'm saying? After the dance, prom, or whatever it is, basically a graduation dance. And they basically smash, sleep together or whatnot. No protection or anything. They in high school. They young or whatnot. And this is pretty much right before he's about to go to the Army.
The name?
So, yeah.
Marines.
Yeah, Marines. My bad, Marines.
Yeah, he went to the Marines.
And that's where we get into, like I said, this is the Vietnam War, right?
Yeah.
Because like I said, this is late 60s going into the 70s.
I've talked to people that went over and stuff, like, yeah, they was really, the black men, they'll tell you they was really like, this ain't the black man's war, go back home. They was literally telling them that. So it's historical truth.
It's the details going into the war, but really showing the psychological impact of seeing that much violence. Bonds, you building bonds with people and then watching them die and whatnot.
That was so unexpected to me because, like, I'm like, dead presidents, bank heist. When we get into this bank heist, like, that's all I got. Like,
I'm glad you're saying that because the promotion behind this movie, I remember them doing the promotion behind the movie, the trailers or whatnot. You getting a bank heist. I'm pretty much everybody thinking, oh, about to get this real bank heist. We about to get everything set up or whatnot. This is a setup movie.
Set up social commentary. I'm not mad at the social commentary because it was everything that they talked about in other movies in the same so like she was real.
For me, it didn't hurt the movie. Honestly, I still enjoyed the movie.
I just wish it was named something else and they didn't.
Because I understood what they was doing in the story they was trying to tell or whatnot. But you went in this like, is this heat? As far as Heat, I'm thinking Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. Like, we about to get a bank heist movie. Set it off. We about to get something like
that. Yeah. Yeah.
But I absolutely understand what you're saying. I'm glad you keep bringing it up because I remember the promotion behind this and the trailers. It was definitely promoted as a robbery movie, not a social commentary movie, a war movie. Because this damn near turned into a war movie. It turned into damn near a war movie.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not mad at that. It was just...
Oh, no.
It was so... Like, I didn't expect to see what I saw. Like, cause I got at this point I'm still bank heist. When we go, he gonna go to war, right? I was like, man, he. When you say
expected to see what you saw, are you talking about the violence, them going into the detail?
Yes, that's what I was getting to. Yeah, I mean, Evil Dave Chappelle just.
That too, but my man that didn't want to go back home the way that happened to him.
Yeah.
And I want to.
His guts was out. Like, first of all, I'm like,
his guts, his shit was gone. I don't want to go home either. He didn't have no bottom
half of the body.
Huh?
He didn't have no bottom half of the body because I saw guts and I was like,
they cut my man's stuff off.
Oh,
that was
man.
Gone. Yes, they showed like they had it in his mouth. LARENZTATE character took it out of his mouth.
That was?
Yes.
I couldn't. They did it so quick. I was like, is that a tongue? Like, because I thought they ripped his tongue out at first.
Oh no. If they ripped his tongue, he wouldn't have been talking. He was talking very clear.
Yeah, and then I was like, how was he talking? I was like, what was in his mouth? And I didn't rewind it to go see. Yeah, I feel him on some kill me stuff.
Shout out to anybody who hasn't, including Nadia. She is one of the people who's first time watching this movie. But if you have not watched this, I'm just going to give you a little glimpse of the scenes we are talking about is pertaining to the war scenes in Dead Presidents.
You gonna make it, you only got a little longer. You gonna make it.
35719er 38.
No.
Incoming! No! Oh man, what the fuck?
You hadn't heard during my second tour.
Fire the hole!
We spent most of our time living in it.
Skip! Cover me!
Yeah, man.
The green lasers. I'm so glad you showed that because I about forgot about them damn green lasers. I'm like, what? What was that?
If I'm not mistaken, that's like the guns or something that they have on the guns or whatnot. If I'm not mistaken, like that's something I think they have on the guns.
I thought
they can be good. They might be red or green. Like I done seen that before. In, if not in movies, but in real like war footage or in shooting footage, they might have that type of stuff on guns.
Because I was just like, are they shooting green lasers? Because I was really.
Nah, that's on guns. They was shooting.
Okay.
But shout out to like I said, the acting. Even including Chris Tucker, like I said, this was Chris Tucker coming off a comedy as far as Friday, and what he was able to bring to this role before I even get to the other stuff after the war, but just him while he's in the war with Anthony, as far as LARENZTATE's character and whatnot, and showing, like, you can say whatever you want to say about Skip, him being scared or whatnot, but nigga, running up, not knowing when somebody gonna come out the blue and start shooting at anything. Like,
nothing in life prepared anyone that went over there for the shit that they saw and went through. So, because I'm running the other way too.
Bokeem Williams' character, what's his name, Cleon, him and the other white dude, this was like their third or fourth tour. They had already been out there, and this was Anthony and Skip them first coming in or whatnot. And like LARENZTATE's character, he was pretty much just going with it. He was going with it. Skip, this Chris Tucker character, no, because he was supposed to have went to school, but he had flunked out. So he ended up just going there and joining Anthony as far as in the war or whatnot. And Freddie Prinze, my bad, the Mexican character's like, God damn. I can't keep remembering his name, but he got his hand blown off.
Jose.
Yeah, Jose. He got his hand blown off, played by Freddie Rodriguez. That's what I'm trying to say, Freddie Rodriguez. But yeah, he already got sent home or whatnot. But yeah, them just showing them images, showing you the fear of not only like just coming up on whatever you coming on, but losing people. Like I said, that first scene I showing you him losing old buddy, telling him like don't tell my mama or whatnot. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my boy Bo Ken Willenbonn's character Cleon, cutting off heads or whatnot, he was definitely shell. That's phenomenal acting played by Bo Ken Willenbonn. Like I said, it was a lot of good acting in this movie. So definitely shout out to Bo Ken Willenbonn's character Cleon. I'm gonna damn sure talk about his ass more.
I was like, is this why they call him Evil Dave Chappelle? Or I mean, I know him and Dave Chappelle look very similar, and he does look like he would be the evil one out of the two.
Line
but
he
like,
said,
dang.
He shot my man. He said, "Now God forgives you."
Bruh, I mean, psychologically, that like you like. I didn't bring something out of you, bro.
But they showing you what the impact of what the war had. Like I said, psychologically on your brain malfunctioning, how you malfunction as far as not going home. But these people have been in tours 2 or 3. This was like their 3rd tour. And what's that? I don't know how many years that adds upon or whatnot, but that's a long time. And that's all you seeing nonstop.
It's just kill, survive, kill. Yo, I have a cousin that went to Afghanistan. He had to go, I say get deprogrammed, because like he kept having the nightmares, which, you know, they touch on that too. Yeah, he kept having the nightmares and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't even want to know what you did out there.
I'm glad you run that up. But even with, like I said, not downplaying Afghanistan war, nothing, but like I said, this was the Vietnam War. like they showed, like you said, we were just talking about that scene where you showed old buddy and what happened to him. But that's just the first half. As far as, like I said, we ain't got to the bank robbery yet. Ain't nobody mentioning no bank robbery or anything like that yet. This is all war. We at war now. I'm in the movie like, oh, shit, we about to get a whole full out war movie. I'm engaged whatever they got going on here. But I forgot what year it is. It's mid-70s or whatnot. Anthony ends up coming home back from the war, and this where we get into the phase of not only coming back from war and being basically shunned out still, because you still got this black face, you still a black man in the 70s in America, even though you just came back from fighting for your country. But not only that, they get into the details of showing the impact that the war had on people after you done seen all that violence. But the war veterans or whatnot, the people who had been to war in Vietnam coming back on drugs, how heavy everybody came back on drugs. And what's the movie it was? American Gangster. Mm-hmm. They showed like Frank Lucas and what he did going back and forth or whatnot, and seeing them when he was talking to them 2 soldiers when they was trying to get their little smack or whatnot from them or whatnot. But this definitely goes into details, and that's another shout out to Chris Tucker and his performance coming back from the war and showing him and how deep he was as far as him being on drugs or whatnot. But not only him, showing Lorenz Tate's character Anthony as far as the nightmares and everything he had done and everything he had seen. Mm-hmm. So how did you feel about those scenes?
All that shit was traumatizing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like just see. Well, how convincing Chris Tucker was. Like when he first saw him, and I was just like, it's man. I don't know if you personally ever dealt with people with substance addiction. You know, it's sad. This shit is sad. It's sad as fuck, especially when you care about them, and it's just like.
And I'm not. It's one thing with alcohol, but we are talking about like being on heavy drugs.
Yeah,
like,
these hard.
You being around somebody like it's scary a little bit. It's honestly scary, especially when you know who somebody was at a certain time, and now they that way. It's like. But speaking of that scene, I wanted to, like I did with the war scene, I just wanted to show a little glimpse of that for people who have not probably had a chance to watch Dead Presidents.
Marine. Your friend of yours?
Again, you ain't disabled?
Man, some shit got into me over there, man.
What?
All I know is my blood cells all fucked up. Some nights I wake up in cold sweats and shit. You don't look at me like that, man. It ain't the heroin. The heroin ain't never did nothing to me. A lot of vets come down with this shit.
And they don't know what it is.
Baby, come here. It's me. It's me. It's all right. It's all right. Come here.
I said, man, and I ain't even go show all of that as far as Anthony's nightmare. Like, them niggas was showing all type of stuff, body part. You would have thought you were watching some type of damn Jigsaw horror movie, Saw movie or some shit again, the way he was dreaming and shit. And I'm just sitting there in his position thinking, if that's what you thinking about every night, that's what you just... Jesus Christ, man. But that's just credit to the Hughes brothers and as far as the directors and them really going into the details of what these Vietnam War veterans were going through after they came back. That's a lot. And like I said, Chris Tucker's character, Skip. Man, it ain't the heroin, man. The heroin ain't never done that to me. Or maybe somebody telling you that. I'm like, what?
That's what? Spoken like a true drug addict. Spoken like a true drug addict.
And I feel like I kind of keep saying, and I gotta keep giving praise Chris Tucker. I feel like he don't get enough mention for what this role he played in this and what he did. Like I said, coming out Friday and playing a comedic role, and he still had comedic moments in here playing that role. And that was funny a little bit. They was, but
man, I would love somebody to sit and count how many times people say motherfucker in this movie though. Like, I didn't care.
One man trying to give out gifts to the kids or whatnot. I ain't trying to skip over nothing, and I ain't saying what they was doing or why they was doing that, but Anthony basically trying to get some gifts out of Chris Tucker sitting there like, man, ain't no kids, we gonna get robbed in this neighborhood, man. Come on.
Go on, little motherfucker. I was like,
hey. What? It's one scene in particular with Anthony where he comes back when he had got back, and I ain't got that scene, but it's when he's sitting with his parents. And it's a scene before he go to war, and he talking about him going to war, like, I'm tired of school and this and the third. And the scene I'm talking about is after he comes back, and he's sitting in there just eating or whatnot, not had a decent meal, and I don't know how long, being that he just got back from war.
I don't even want to know what they was over there eating.
What?
I don't even want to know.
It's his it's his like distraction towards everything. It's the fact that he just feel like it's anti-socialist towards everybody. Being that he don't even know how to really talk to his family right now because he's still trying to process being back into the real world and not being in war no more and seeing what he has seen and whatnot.
I mean, honestly, I felt him when his mom like what do you want him to say? I can't. What do you want me to say? I did some killing. Like I was like, I feel him on it because like really, what do you want? That's like I said, I've never.
Shout out to the pops. Pops, let me get you some more greens. Come on.
Like I said, I've never asked my cousin what he did in Afghanistan, and I don't want to know.
Jennifer Lewis, I think that's her name. I ain't got her picture up here. That's another legendary actress. I should have mentioned her. That's another actress in here, Jennifer Lewis. She played Anthony's mama, Tate's character. Yeah, plays everybody's mama, man. But you saying that scene, and I was like, come on, man, you got to chill. But that's a mama. That's a real mama. She ain't seen her son in I don't know how long. She asking questions. That's what they do. That's a real mama. But pertaining to that, like I said, Anthony pretty much, because this is the main character we are following besides Chris Tucker's character or whatnot. He pretty much goes to talk to Keith Davis' character. I keep forgetting his damn name. But he goes to talk to Keith Davis' character pretty much after he's got back from war, trying to talk about running numbers again. And pretty much Keith Davis' character is like, we don't do that no more. That's pretty much out of business. Cops pretty much ran him out of business, pretty much trying to pay them off. And he pretty much saying, I'm not sending no cop's kid to college. So this is where we go into Anthony pretty much in the situation of trying to find a job. Like I said, you got somebody who just came back from fighting for their country, and now they're in the midst of trying to find some work. But not only that, you have a child. Like I said, this me going back to him having a situation with his young lady or the girl he was messing with after the graduation dance that I mentioned earlier, or me and Nadia mentioned earlier. Before he left, he ended up getting her pregnant. So when he comes back, he has a child. He has a daughter, and I can't remember. I think she's like 5 or 6. She ain't a baby. She's walking and everything. She's like 5 or 6 years old. But this is him coming back now to dealing with not only having to be able to take care of a child, take care of his family, but it's a lot more going on. Because like I said, he's been away. With that being said, he wasn't really communicating with the mother of his child because he was trying to focus on the war. He wasn't really trying to be in a situation where he started talking about it. Started getting like
distracted.
Distracted or whatnot. And started getting into the situations where he'll be in the situation where he out in the field or whatnot, he thinking about that and he get killed or whatnot. So
yeah,
he pretty much isolated everybody while he was at war. He ain't talk to nobody or whatnot.
Yeah, not his parents, not her.
With that being said, everybody pretty much lived a life while he was gone, including the mother of his child. She had a life.
With Pinky.
So how did you feel about that in their situation as far as him trying to find a job or whatnot and dealing with, the mother of his child and having the child and trying to take care of business coming back from war?
Fred, it's Pinky. This nigga done played Pinky, Martin Luther King. How you play Pinky?
If y'all have not watched Dead Presidents, I want to, like I said, like I've been showing the little clips here, this is the scene I'm talking about as far as, like I said, Anthony trying to find a job or whatnot coming back from war. But not only that, dealing with the mother of his child having a life while he was at war and not really communicating with her.
Man, I've been everywhere looking for a gig.
Motherfucker, forget about you getting your ass almost blowed off or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, look. Hey, listen, young blood. I just dropped by to see Juanita and Sarah. Lay a little something on them. And,
Stop by to see my baby. Is that right?
Young blood.
You know every fucking thing. But answer this for me. If you think I'm jiving you so much, Anthony, why the hell you with me, huh? Why the fuck you with me? What you think I need you? You think I need this shit? Fuck, you can't get a decent job. You won't fuck me. The only time I get to hold you is when you're having one of them silly ass nights.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Hey.
Okay.
Go ahead. What? Like you
First
like,
of all, when they was in the car and the daughter was in the back seat, and I was like, okay, you know how I forgot once again what years. I was like, she just laying back there in the back seat, just knocked it like she was laying down. I was like, oh yeah, they didn't have car seats back then.
No. I don't think so.
Anyway,
I know they had.
No, they didn't.
Oh,
they did not.
Oh, okay.
No, not at all.
I did not know this.
Just, I was talking to my mama. They was just free back there. They had seat belts. They didn't have car seats. So
okay.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
what did the new? Never mind. Let's go. Because I'm about to ask all type of questions. Let's go.
The historical accuracy caught me off guard. But anyway, okay. She the one out her. He did not ask her to wait for him. She was like, "I will wait for you. I will wait for you."
Man, they're begging. I mean, you got to understand though. They high schoolers. They were kids at the time.
I ain't tell. You know what? I told somebody I went and go do something, and I turned around and did it, and I was like, I'd never do that again. Because it's not even what they were asking for, but I did it anyway. Wasted my time. No. Anyway, so she should have never said that. But like, he's not wrong. She should have never said she would wait for him because like he thinking he come back and she didn't wait for him like she said she would. But like, understandably she didn't because she was gone for all those years and she had a child to take care of. And this is somebody that she.
I mean, hell, to be honest,
she
seemed
like
never known if he was still alive.
That too. But yeah, because he wasn't writing back. So yeah. So it seemed like Cuddy was being like pretty genuine with her. It wasn't like it did. He didn't seem like a good person, but it seemed like he was good to her. So like, you know what I mean? I don't feel like he was doing shit out of spite, but like once he got back home, he was doing shit out of spite.
Cuddy was basically.
Don't ask. I said don't ask. I said don't ask. No questions.
Nah.
What you mean he had
saying
like
it without saying it? They had some things going on physically.
Yeah.
Of course. But I feel like Anthony actually accepted it at first. For me, he was like, I understandable. Like, okay, And it was like she started the ones with
that's
the
not
whole.
about to say, but I was getting there because I was about to point out which the fuck she did wrong. Because you should not be. She emasculated him. She because he already knew that was his issue, and then to just throw it up in his face, and then to just be like, basically she said, "Nigga, you ain't shit," without saying, "Nigga, you ain't shit." But and I was just like, bruh,
That's right. But it's the fact
chill.
that you are talking to somebody who was traumatized. This nigga ain't all
That's
right
another
here right
thing.
now yet still. And you talking to him and he take his ass right back to war. Like you one of these goddamn Vietnams out here. You don't know, girl. You don't know. I'm telling
That's
you,
why,
like,
like, I wasn't even mad about the situation, but like mental health, nobody cared about people mental health issues and shit like that back then. Like I said, historically accurate.
and you
Hell,
talk
they
like I
barely cared
said,
about mental health in the
yeah,
90s.
they
They had
ain't no
just started caring in the
something
90s.
you
This
saying
was still
mental
the
health,
70s.
that's not a word at that time. It's
No,
not a
it was
word.
not.
You
It
are
was like either
crazy.
you
You're
crazy
crazy.
or
Yeah,
you not.
you crazy. That's it.
You crazy or you not.
And it's like, I know, I get it. She did not understand what he had went through. But it's like, you see this man waking up cold sweats, nightmares, all of this in the third. But not only that, he working. It ain't like he wasn't working. The nigga was working. Give or take, he lost his job that was not on him.
Yeah. The place did close. So I mean, that's what I
Like,
mean. Like
damn.
but she was also pregnant, so she's emotional, and
That's
she
right. That's
just
true.
saying shit out of emotion.
Give or
And
take,
then,
she was trying to like, it wasn't like she was trying to not be on the nigga. She was trying to like lay up with the nigga or whatnot. Give or take, this nigga's going
yeah,
through shit. He ain't thinking about smashing. He's the fact that he just killed 5 or 6, he don't like
I
blood
get
guts
it.
everywhere. That's all
We
he
get it, but
sees.
she didn't know that because she just like
True.
I'm giving you my all, and you just this is what I get from you. So yeah,
With all that
it's
being
of the
said,
times, a relationship of the times.
you got, like I said, Vietnam's coming back, being on drugs or whatnot. You got them being not able to get jobs, not being able to take care of home, not being able to take care of themselves. But that being said, is because it's not just it. It was a little, not little. It was a lot more harsher. Let me just say it. It was a lot more harsher on black people at that time. You were talking about coming back from war and seeing people saying, "No, nigga, you ain't coming in here to work. No, nigga, you ain't doing this. Even though you just fought for our country, even though you might have lost a limb, even though this and everything in the third, and they not get paid from the war. Like, this is it. This
Yeah,
is what
you
you come
had to
back
be
to. This is it.
you had to damn near lose a leg or eye some shit to actually be getting some type of government compensation. Then they got all these men coming back on drugs. We're not
Jose, he
treated.
lost a hand and he still was broke. He still was broke.
Yep.
But with all that being said, like I said, that pretty much leads us to our characters coming up with a plan saying, yo, forget this. Let's rob the system. The system's robbing us. Let's rob the
Finally.
system. And that's where
Finally.
we pretty much come up with this stupid, dumb. I gotta say it like that because first time watching this movie, I understand the desperation in it. I understand all of it. But damn, going into the planning process, once you don't watch it multiple times, it's like you listening to this nigga in the back seat playing with a lighter. My man Anthony damn near drunk. He not he ain't focused. He having
Drinking and
nightmares.
driving.
He's
Drinking and motherfucking driving. This nigga took a bottle to the face and was
it's
what?
so many wrong scenarios wrong with the planning of this. Getting the people that you went and got. Anthony. And it's really on it's the hit, man. Say what you want to say. As smart as we thought this nigga was, LARENZTATE's character Anthony, he was a little stupid. he made one of the dumbest choices that really fucked him up. That really got everybody. I would say it, and that's bringing in Cleon. Because it was pretty much, we need one more guy in here, we need one more person. It was like he was the one sitting there like, let's go get Cleon. I'm like, Nick, the crazy month. And I love the scene where they just panning up and showing Cleon preaching and whatnot, and we just got back from watching this nigga at war, and you know what they doing. It's like, this is this.
I used to be a killer. We know, sir. We saw it.
Once again, shout out to Bo Kim Woodbine, man. Very phenomenal actor. But like I said, I want to show a scene. Like I said, going into the planning process of this big robbery that we came to watch this movie for. Even though we hadn't got to this probably an hour and so much into the movie. Because this is it. This is what, you got to think about it. This is what we've been leading up to. This robbery.
That's what I said. Oh, I was like, and then he showed up.
Clear your mind for 1 sec, man. Now, you sure that they pick up cash money?
Hey, cash money, bro. Like clockwork, once a month, and they stop by the post office before they make their final run to Washington, man.
All the way to Washington, D.C., where they burn the money. Can you believe that shit?
Old bills, man. Sometimes a couple bills.
Jose, me and you gonna position ourselves behind the bank, underneath the left and the right side of the loading dock. Delilah, you're gonna position yourself inside the dumpster, which is located directly across from the loading dock. Now, Skippy, I want you to position yourself approximately 10 feet from the alleyway. There, you're supposed to look out.
My bad, y'all. But yeah, you see all that playing, and then you sitting there, everybody looking at yourself like, hey, that don't look too bad, man. It look like they pretty much coming up with a pretty good idea of some plans. Don't worry about it. We're going to get to it. And I damn sure got a clip for it. But yes, this is the process of them going into the robbery plan. Like I said, you have to remember this is desperation at a time where you pretty much had Anthony being cussed out by the mother of his child. He done with her ass too. He like, hey, he went to go talk to his sister. I'm done with your sister, but I gotta take care of my babies. You got my man Jose, he's hand blown off. Like I said, he can't really do nothing. He can't get a job. Skip is on drugs. So going into the process,
his disability.
yes, pretty much. And the people they bring in is Keith Davis' character, and like I said, they go get Cleon, Bo Kim Woodbond's character. It's like I said, even with me just looking at that, going back and looking at that clip, it did not look that bad the way they was planning it. I just did not understand, once again, bringing in somebody like Bo Kim Woodbond's character, Cleon, being that he was so unstable. What was you gonna do with this guy? And even I was like,
yo,
Skip. I'm good.
Yo, it kind of reminded me of Takers when they brought in the unstable character that turned on me.
This movie is false advertising, but I'd be damned if this is a way better movie. Takers. Oh my god.
I'm just saying.
How do you know a helicopter? Never mind. I get what you say. Like, come on. I'm gonna have to do a review on that shit. I'm gonna do like a bad movie review. I'm gonna start a bad movie review thing where I'm doing bad movie reviews. You know what? But anyway,
that movie
I get what you
succeeded because of that cast, and the girls wanted to go see all them dudes that was.
Do you remember T.I. in the middle of the street? Damn! You said something like, we getting off topic. I'm recording this, but I'm good. I get what you say. So you gonna make me lose concentration, man. Like I said, man, I feel like one of the main reasons, if not the main reasons, this shit did not work is because of the fact that nobody was stable enough to go through with this. Cleon, yeah, he was a crazy maniac and whatnot, but nobody was stable enough. Everybody was having their issues. Say what you want to say about Chris Tucker being on drugs, but Anthony, nigga, you are mentally unstable. You nightmares and all that. You just choked your mother. You just choked her ass out. Like, he down there picked her out. So yeah.
While she was pregnant.
So, like I said, being that we have been all the way through this movie, the war, and this and the third, while they're planning it, I'm definitely looking forward to the robbery. I'm like, okay, we are finally getting here. We have got here. Let's go. What are we about to do? We get there. I forgot. They do bring in the mother of his child's sister. They do bring in her to help with the robbery. From the she's pretty much a Black Panther now at this point in time. Because like I said, this is around that time where they had started pretty much not really deep into the Black Panther movement, but they were starting that movement or somewhat.
They said the revolution was coming.
Yeah. Revolution will be televised. But she is another character that ends up joining them on the robbery and whatnot. I really didn't understand her motivational reasons. I didn't think she
was hurting for anything.
I think she just wanted to help him.
Yes, because she still wanted him, and I'm just like, you remember she kissed him when he got home.
Yeah, that too. Yes, because I was about to say, I was like, maybe she just seen that what they was going through, and if she seen that purpose and she wanted to go against the system too. She wanted to impress him. Because I feel like that, maybe, let me say that too. Maybe her reason was trying to go against the system, being that she had a whole Black Panther movement thing going or whatnot. So maybe her whole thing was, I'm fighting the system too. So yeah, because Keith Davis' character, well, I'm guessing he was just wanting to get some money. He needed some money too. Because I'm like, why did he do this shit? Kirby. I'm sorry I'll keep forgetting his name, but Kirby. I can't. But the process of them, like I said, going into robbing, I was definitely ready to see the whole heist go down. And once the whole heist goes down, it's so much that goes wrong, man. But to be honest, I actually enjoyed it once it started going because it's too many movies that have too much perfect heists that just go right. Everything goes right somewhat. Of course, you had those certain ones that go wrong because you got to have a movie. You got to have people down here and there. You got to have one person that possibly makes it out. I feel like Set It Off was able to do something where you could tell where some people come in and they ain't familiar with robbing no banks. Like, they careless, they doing this and the third, but they was able to get out with it. These niggas, being it was the 70s, it was like nothing is going right. Nothing. But it's one scene with the sister. She's shooting. She got two guns. And I'm like, you couldn't hit one person and you got hit.
Maybe she wasn't as good of a shot as she said she was. But yeah, and plus the way she came out, I was like, she about to miss. She about to die. Why she yelling? The
crazy lunatic. But now you don't want to kill somebody, but you've been out here doing what you're doing. And I get it. I understand. But not even kill him. You couldn't knock him out. Something.
If he wouldn't have been there, would that police officer would have stopped? Because like you said, because think about it, when that police officer was walking by, if nobody would have been there, he wouldn't have stopped. And
he was talking about the bus or some shit. like nah, I can call it for you. You right. Because that's me saying, why bring Cleon on, right? Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And having that almost goes back to being Kirby's fault, though, Keith Davis, because he was the one saying we might need extra people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, it's the process of everybody trying to come up with plans or whatnot and trying to throw their input in. No, none of this shit worked out. But my man, that y'all had Jose to set the explosives. Once again, it's the planning. You got this nigga back there playing with a lighter talking. You let him come up with the explosives. And the fact that my man was still happy with what he did.
I was so mad.
Shout out once again to Chris Tucker.
As soon as I saw how big it was, I was like, that is too big for that van. This is not going.
It's supposed to blow doors off.
It was not the money, the doors. I was like, the money.
I'm out there like Chris Tucker.
I'm like, what did we do this for if you just burning the money? Wow.
And you see Kirby sitting there reaching into this shit, burning it. Grab what you can. My man Jose was hyped. Look at that. Yo, once again, I want to show this scene because I feel like us just talking about it does not give it enough life.
You clear your mind for one.
Doors blew off. No, motherfucking no, you blew the whole motherfucking truck up.
You ain't gotta leave her, bro. Cause she's already gone.
That was excessive.
That was excessive. That nigga shot a cop in the neck while he was shooting backwards. No, he had to go. And I was rooting for them. I was rooting for everybody. But I knew soon as my man, the truck blew up, this shit was over. This was done.
I was like, they just running in broad daylight. Like you was so. It was so much that went
with
wrong
burnt
with
money.
this.
The money's still halfway burnt.
I was like, who planned this?
Oh, they
Mickey Mouse and the gang could have done that shit better.
Shit, we could have done this. We could have, and I think we might have got away. Some of us at least completely away. But that shit was horrible. This was horrible. Like I once again say, you talking about war, Vietnam veterans, some of them anyway, dealing with mental disabilities. I ain't gonna say, well, dealing with mental health problems as far as seeing everything they've seen pertaining to Anthony, drug addicts, being that they had just came back from Vietnam, being that they had got addicted to drugs over there. Everything that done added up, this was the people you had coming up with a robbery plan. And a guy that blew his hand off that pretty much is mentally unstable playing with lighters. Jose.
That nigga made the biggest bomb. The bigger the better.
Cleon, the crazy person we had out here, we want to bring him in. Like I said, none of this was supposed to work in the first place. But understandably, like I said, it's the director showing you the unstableness of what these people were dealing with coming back from that war. But not only that, the desperation everybody was starting to have, not being able to take care of yourself, but not only that, take care of your kids and all of that. Really, Anthony, because everybody else seemed like they was somewhat all right. Even Cleon, like, nigga, you doing what you doing in church or whatnot. What are you doing? We
didn't see Jose's situation, though.
It was, I think it was his kids, because he had a whole lot of kids.
Yeah, he had a whole lot of kids.
Yeah, he had a whole lot of kids. And like you said, Anthony and Chris Tucker was mainly him trying to feed his, you know what I'm saying, his appetite for what he needed.
They even took his chunk of the money out and they was like, give it to his girl. Because see, like, damn, how many kids did you get?
Definitely. And I forgot how much they actually had at the end, but it was damn near
300,000. 300,000.
Nowhere near
amongst five
enough
people.
worth what they did.
Well,
and what happened afterwards. I don't care if it is the 70s. 300,000 split between the rest of y'all. No.
Five.
Y'all not even gonna make it.
I'm trying.
A year tops. And y'all gonna be wanted. That's the thing. Even if you got out of y'all,
that ain't enough to be wanted for. That ain't even enough to be wanted for. But, that's 60,000 per person.
Like I said, understandably, like I said, you get stupid, the plan, all of that, but it's just showing you the desperation, and that's really what I think they was going off the whole heist with, as far as the robbery. The trailer didn't show us that, but the movie did. Because the trailer was just showing niggas about to rob something, and I was thinking maybe we're going to get a movie where the aftermath of showing them trying to stay out of trouble or stay out of the face of the law or whatnot, or trying to hold on to the money or whatnot. Maybe that's the movie we was getting. Nah. No.
Before we move on, is Terrence Howard typecast?
I'm so glad you brought him up, man.
I was like, ain't this just what you call it? Like, has he always played this person?
And I didn't get a picture of this nigga. This is if I'm not mistaken, he was in Sunset Park. This nigga actually, like, he really had curls. You talking about DJ? No, the nigga had real curls. This was DJ before DJ, as far as hustle and flow. This was really DJ. Y'all know he too goddamn old to be in here, man. Too young. Y'all too goddamn young to be in here, man. Shout out to Terrence Howard, man. He been saying man for a goddamn minute. I can't believe I thought I got a picture of his ass.
That's his ethnic voice.
Because
yeah, you know that's not how he really talk.
Shout out to our robbers right here. This is a, you know what I'm saying, great heist.
I think the only thing good about the heist I was gonna say the white face paint, but nigga, that's so damn bright.
But did y'all see my scene? Y'all see the scene, right? She 2 guns.
Why was she yelling? Why was she yelling?
Anthony! She was trying to Anthony. Even though Anthony's sitting there with a goddamn sawed off, I'm pretty sure Anthony can take care of himself. I'm sorry, man, but yeah, that scene really irked me a
Epic
little bit.
fail.
Even to this day, that scene irks me because it's like I wanted her in particular to survive because it's like you wasn't even supposed to be there, and you got 2 guns out of everybody, and you ain't going through. You didn't go to war. You ain't really going through nothing mentally. So shit.
She ain't never get the dude that she wanted. I'm trying to tell you that shit's still weird. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Okay, the aftermath. This is where we lean to now. The aftermath. After the robbery, Jose did not make it. So they're pretty much gathering up the money they got left over after the truck blows up or whatnot, the money that they was able to get after all of that or whatnot. And they pretty much divvying up, dividing or whatnot between everybody and Cleon. Bokeem Woodbot's character. I'm not even sure I want this money. We're splitting up. Nah.
Trying to be all righteous. Nah. I find a way.
I'm pretty sure the Lord will find some way for me to use it. That should have been an indication there that this nigga about to do something stupid. I'm telling you. But yeah, pretty much everybody just divvying up the money, and you pretty much got it. Well, this is showing them trying to pretty much stay on the low. Pretty much don't spend no money, don't go do nothing stupid. And you pretty much got that one. You got that one. Who is it be? Cleon. My man is what they say, how Kirby said. Oh no, Anthony. So my man is giving out $100 bills saying God Almighty gave it to him. Because Anthony and Chris Tucker's character, like, they go to like a little neighborhood or hood or whatnot, giving out toys or whatnot. They not really doing too much, not trying to gather no too much attention or whatnot, even though I still feel like that wasn't smart either. Honestly. I didn't feel like that was smart because
I guess they felt like we a community, because you got to think about the time period. They still feel like community, we got to give back and all that stuff. And it wasn't smart. It wasn't smart to stay in the fucking city. It wasn't. No. I know they left the city, but I'm saying, but like, it wasn't smart to stay that state. You're supposed to deal. You're supposed to come to the South. You're supposed to get your guap, because that 60,000, that's enough to come to the South and buy you a house. They could have came to the South, bought them house, set the fuck down and ate their food. But no.
I'm so glad you said that, because as soon as the robbery's over, you know, one of your mans is gone already. Y'all should be, after y'all done divided the money up, made sure his kids and woman took care of, everybody should be gone. Honestly, should be going your separate ways, but leave the city.
Exactly.
Everybody should go your separate ways, but leave the city. Even though they don't leave, okay, fine, you don't leave. You should have. When the person I'm talking about gets caught, Cleon, why do they leave immediately after he gets caught? Not waiting to see if he goes split. Why don't they leave as soon as Anthony sees him getting arrested? Why don't they leave then? Leave. Go. I did not understand it, but once again, you talking about the way this plan was executed. You seen how everything went. Why do we expect him to leave? I couldn't understand it, man. And like I said, with that being said, I want to make this clear. I'm laughing at how the situation plays out. This, as far as, I'm not laughing at war veterans or whatnot, as far as what they are trying to show or what they're trying to portray as far as what they was dealing with or whatnot. I'm just talking about the execution and how to plan with or whatnot, but I'm not making fun of that or nothing, because I know what they was trying to do and I know what they was trying to say as far as the movie go, and I do enjoy that or whatnot as far as what they was trying to show, especially like I said with Anthony's character as far as Lorenz Tate's character and Chris Tucker's character as far as him being addicted to drugs and whatnot. But yeah, it's just the execution, that plan or whatnot, and the things they came up with. And like I said, it wasn't just Anthony and Skip, as far as Chris Tucker's character, they had other people around them. They didn't go to war. I'm just saying. But you got to remember too, this was the 70s, and this was black people around that time dealing with everything. As far as, like you said, you got a Black Panther movement that's starting to come arise or whatnot. So it was a lot going on at that time. So understandable, man. Understandable.
Man, it was so much, especially in the city. Like, It was so much going on, so much government corruption.
Was this New York?
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, it was because you don't remember when she was giving the speech and she kept saying she was like Brooklyn, the Bronx, and
Oh yeah. The
yeah,
sister, right?
yeah. And then
Okay.
I remember him saying a specific city. He was like, and I was like, okay. So yeah, I was like, this is New York. But yeah, like it's so much government corruption going on. Because I don't know if you ever watched The Get Down, which is set around the same
Netflix. I haven't
time.
watched it yet, but I don't heard about it, but no, I ain't checked it out yet.
They hit on besides hip hop, they hit on so much like that was going on to black people during that time, and just like, bruh, it's so
Okay.
good. It's
So
so
that's
good.
around this that show is set around the same time period as this movie. Okay.
Hmm.
I might check that out, but like I said, I gotta get on my Euphoria first, or Furia, whatever y'all call it.
Euphoria.
Euphoria, yeah, Euphoria.
Euphoria. Surprisingly, it's the episodes are like longer, but like it's easier. It's easy to watch. I don't know. I guess because it's teenagers. I don't know.
Okay. But yeah, man, like I said, the aftermath, snitching, overdose, and pretty much life sentences is what you basically are dealing with after this robbery or whatnot. I really did. They really didn't show what happened with Kirby, but I'm guessing he got pretty much around the same time that Anthony got. But no happy ending for nobody at the end of this movie. Nobody. No happy endings for nobody, especially Anthony. I feel like out of everybody, he got it the worst. Because Chris Tucker didn't have to suffer no more. He was out of here as far as his character skill. Kirby, I feel like he's just at that age where, I mean, it is what it is. Everybody else, though, was dead. Pretty much dead, and it's just them. And like I said, being that person that has to go live with that situation, being that you just fought for your country, you already done deal with that. Now you got to go to prison. It's like, damn, that was a harsh-ass ending. I didn't see that coming. I did.
Yo,
Now
I didn't see that coming either because I was like, how they gonna end this? But yeah, man, he threw that chair so damn hard.
What?
He threw that chair so
I got a scene. I'm definitely gonna show. I call it definitely the Dead President's aftermath scene. I'm gonna show it. But yeah, pertaining to that situation, as far as the movie go, it's definitely one of those movies. Pertaining to what Nadia says, because this was her first time watching it. If you have not watched this and you watched the trailer, it was damn sure throw you off. It's called Throw Your Ass Off. Like, oh, we about to get a good heist movie. Because a lot of those trailers that came out back then was showing more teasers than anything. You weren't even giving full-on trailers. They were just showing teasers. And like I said, I was young then, but I like watching trailers. When I watched this trailer, I was like, nigga, this is a heist movie. And we're going to be watching them running from the cops throughout the movie or whatnot and finding out who's going to make it or whatnot by the end. That's what we about to get. But with that being said, I actually enjoyed what we got. I honestly wanted a little bit more with the war scenes because I just enjoyed the cast and everybody that was around in that scene or whatnot. And I enjoyed the chemistry they had as far as what Boken went by. Not saying they was getting along, but just the shit they had going on, his crazy ass. But just where they was taking it with that. Because you had a lot of war movies out here. Saving Private Ryan. I forgot what the other name of it is, but particular Saving Private Ryan, this wasn't even a war movie, but just that scene in particular and where they went with it, it stood out.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, they didn't shy away from anything. They showed the violence. They showed the addiction as far as what happened with some of the veterans getting on drugs pertaining to heroin. Details. And that's one of the things I enjoy, especially with a movie like this. Overall, with it being your first time watching it yesterday, how did you feel about it overall?
It was poorly advertised. The title is not good because
I would say it might be on purpose, but
yeah, because it's like, how you gonna get black people to watch a war movie? Because I don't watch war movies. I've watched war movies, but not like I'm going to, like, I picked it out. This is what I want to see. No.
I mean, that might be understandable, though, because, I mean, shit, if you think about it, there's not a lot of black war movies out there like that. And not saying that we have to have our own particular war movie, but shit,
our
Glory.
experience is different. No, that's what I mean. Like, our experience is different from what the white man's experience is in war.
That's why I feel like this is another reason this is a good movie. And that's why I wouldn't put it in the category. This is why I don't put this in the category of hood movies. That's why
like I said, I was just saying, I get it. People
because if you look up a list right now on the internet, this will be on top hood movies. I've seen it before.
And I was like, I've never seen it. And then now I see why. Because, like, this, this isn't anything that my family would like pick out to watch. So, yeah.
Before we end off here, like I said, being that anybody who hasn't seen this is the aftermath.
Oh, you're not gonna forgive me for this one.
I'll tell you what, Reverend. With this kind of money, you can buy your way in heaven.
That's where you're wrong, brother. We done bought our way into hell.
No. Shit, cling on.
From uneducated school. To get next to you, baby. You see, sometimes I fool moms, I say, oh, baby.
I do hereby sentence you to the custody of the Attorney General of the United States for a period of 15 years to life.
Oh, my God.
These proceedings are concluded. This court is adjourned.
Here for this motherfucking country? The fuck he talking about? Like, man, fuck you.
Yo, the soundtrack, all the background music.
I love the soundtrack, man.
First of all the background music, I'm just like, yo, all of these songs have been sampled. Because I would immediately start singing the wrong song, and I was like, I know this is wrong. I know this isn't this song.
Oh, yeah. Definitely, man, because it's another one where they riding in the car. It's that what's I can't remember the song, but it's when they riding in the car, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ashanti done sampled that shit. Scarface, like everybody.
Yes.
But yeah, this guy's hell of a soundtrack, man. Isaac Hayes. That's a long ass song too. I think they got that song about 8 minutes. Walk on by. Walk on by. I downloaded that song on Spotify. I had that shit at one time. For real. But yeah, you see the aftermath of that, man. You see the reaction. Shout out LARENZTATE. Let's say phenomenal actors. Everybody in this movie stood out as far as acting for me. I feel like Chris Tucker was the one for me though. Being that he just came off of Friday, I feel like he was a standout for me. But overall, that reaction that Anthony had at the end, y'all didn't see the chair throwing, but yeah, fought for your country. Came back, couldn't get a job, and yeah, you committed a crime. You did what you did. So people died, cops died.
That's all I cared about when cops died. They ain't cared about nobody.
That shit was over. You
man,
that shit was over.
Yeah.
Y'all killed security guards, cop, all of it. That shit was over. And you the only one there too? They can't punish nobody else. But yeah, man, that's definitely one of the scenes. It's an impactful scene though, because it's just watching the lead up to that and seeing the reaction from his family, his the mother of his child, not seeing the reaction from his child, but knowing that his kid's not gonna see him
ever. Unless she bring them, and some people don't do that. They're like, I don't want my children to see you in jail, prison.
But it was definitely not enjoying, but it was definitely just not expiring, but what I'm trying to say, educational, maybe even knowledgeable.
I don't know. No,
I would say knowledgeable. I'm gonna say knowledgeable to see black people and what they went through at that time. I'm gonna say that knowledgeable because you see what we go through just in this day and age, even with the judicial system as far as court system or whatnot, jails or everything else, but not so much as wars the way it was back then.
Yeah, I mean, like the overall plot of the movie was solid. The acting was good. It's just like I said,
Minister Society as far as the directors. I feel like they went into a whole different direction.
I know now knowing that, I'm like, I feel like they tried to make a strong social commentary movie. Like they just really because Minister Society had some social commentary undertones, but it was like
that whole movie, all the way down to the white man coming and ask the black man to steal from him. What? But you're not scared to have a black man steal for your funky ass. Hope you make your way down Compton Avenue. But yeah, man.
But I mean, like, I feel like that was like, to me, this one was more in your face. I mean, that was in your face too, but like this was like, we ain't. There's nothing funny about this. Like we are dead ass serious.
And
Like
the
it was
time
just so.
period. That too, the
Yeah.
time period.
Yeah.
Cause other than that, that's pretty much all I had. I'm saying all I had, even though it's over an hour review. But like I said, I enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed this one. I had to dive into this one as far as their presidents. And I feel like this might be how Valentine's probably gonna be. Because I got my notes for Valentine. I got definitely be tuned in for that one. But other than that, I appreciate you coming through once again, the deal for this review. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some good ones on this one as far as some good feedbacks. Let me see. I make sure I ain't forget somebody I wanted to shout out. I ain't have Jennifer Lewis picture up here. I wanted to shout her out though. That's the one who played Anthony's mama. Like I said, phenomenal actress. She been in everything. Other than that, make sure y'all come through as far as Sunday for another retro review as far as Valentine's. We're gonna be doing a slasher retro review. Other than that, I don't have too much other coming up besides Bel Air and Snowfall review. Snowfall review is the only one I'm gonna be doing as far as individual review. Bel Air review is I'm gonna be doing on Uncut Ish Talk. So definitely tune in for that Friday. Other than that, once again, appreciating the deal for coming through. I can't say shout out to the lives, which I was about to say, but I forgot we ain't live, so I can't say comments or whatnot. But other than that, make sure y'all hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell to let you know when I upload new videos. This is the road to 500 subs. Shout out to everybody who's taking the time just to watch me do what I do. We out.
I don't feel comfortable unless I know I went above and beyond with my preparation. The things that possibly could happen, if I ain't take real steps to prevent those things, I'm not comfortable. I can't walk around, charismatic and happy. Nah, I gotta make sure, we setting up some type of wealth, because